The state of Florida has banned the following content as a client choice for batterers intervention programs because it contains faith-based elements. Proceed with caution. In the 20th lesson of faith-based batterers intervention, clients discuss the cycle of violence. This pattern is repeated, often until the abuser is forced to make changes to their behavior. At the very beginning of the relationship is the first honeymoon phase. Manipulation can take many forms, such as love bombing, where you are in constant contact with the person through phone calls, texts, or visits. You manipulate the other person's time, their focus, their priorities, their attention. Everything must center around you and the relationship. The victim is shamed if they spend time alone or in their own pursuits. You make promises to the other person that you have no intention of keeping. You pretend that you care about their best interests when you actually are purposefully moving them to obey your every wish. You make a show of being generous, giving gifts and spending money on the other person, but this is all in an effort to keep them dependent upon you. You only give something in order to make the other person owe you something. You spin this as bonding time when it is actually just building the foundation that you plan to exploit in the future. The second phase of violence is the tension-building phase. This is usually a result of the failure of the first honeymoon phase. When manipulation and control have not given you what you want, tension begins to build. Offenders often expect their victim to placate them, walk on eggshells around them, appease them, and do whatever it takes to get on their good side. Many times offenders are constantly moving between a simmering anger and explosion. This keeps the victim always guessing on how they will be treated. The third phase is the explosion phase, where the abuse occurs. This is not just physical abuse. It can be verbal abuse, emotional abuse, financial abuse, mental abuse, and sexual abuse. In group discussions, clients share what they were actually charged with as domestic battery, along with reflecting on the other forms of abuse in their relationship as well. Next is the second honeymoon phase. Oftentimes, an abuser may feel guilt over their behavior. Instead of getting help to break the cycle, they decide the easy fix would be to have another honeymoon phase without dealing with the issue that started the problem. As this cycle of abuse continues, the offender will often begin to shorten the honeymoon phases and intensify the explosion phase. After taking a look at the cycle of unhealthy relationships, clients are shown the steps to building healthy ones. The foundation of a healthy relationship begins with you being healthy on an emotional and spiritual level. Trying to hide your problems is like trying to hold a basketball underwater. You will wear yourself out. The constant daily grind of pushing things down only to have them constantly pop up will drain your emotional and spiritual resources. First, be aware of the problems that you need to work on with yourself. Own it, acknowledge it, write it down if you need to see it. Then humble yourself enough to find a path to deal with the problem in a rational way. Do you need to be more forgiving? Do you need to be less stressed? Do you need to feel less anxious? Do you need help with anger? Do you need help with depression? Clients create a written plan on making the changes necessary in their own life to have healthy, functional relationships. This also follows a circular path. It is something that you need to repeat in your life, sometimes even daily, to stay on the right track. Clients learn about true forgiveness and unselfish love. They also discuss the two sets of needs in life, functional and relational. Functional are our daily tasks. These are the things that we take care of, like our jobs, bills, medical care, food, etc. Relational are our relationships where we find friendship and love. 1 Peter 4 verse 10 says, "As every man hath received the gift, even so minister the same one to another, as good stewards of the manifold grace of God." Clients learn to live out this verse by being emotionally present in their relationships. They learn the steps to be an encourager, to build people up through words, actions, and deeds. Next, clients focus on providing reality, getting clarity and wisdom when problems arise in their relationships. Then taking action to change their old behaviors and ways of treating people. Clients learn how to not be a relationship contaminant to others. The Bible tells us in Philippians 4 verse 11, "For I have learned, in whatsoever state I am, therewith to be content." People who are contaminants in others' lives want to tear down other people. They are never satisfied with the way other people behave or the choices they make. This is a predatory behavior. This person never self-reflects on their own faults. They have a strange joy in others' pain. They expect everyone to sacrifice for what they want. We must stop the cycle of domestic violence. If you or someone you know is suffering from domestic violence, there is help available. Stay safe and get help today by visiting the website thehotline.org or domesticshelters.org, call 800-799-7233, or text the word BEGIN to 88788. Start your journey to safety and healing today. We encourage our Florida legislators to end the ban of faith-based batterers intervention programs as a client choice. We are asking for Floridians to please contact your Florida State Senator and Florida State Representative and ask them to restore this valuable program option.